how do I call you? Do I call you Eunice?
Eunice. Eunice.
Eunice. Oh, it's a pretty name.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got a lot of questions about you. So how about we get to know each other first so that we'll be comfortable with each other. All right. Is that okay?
Hello, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
okay.
um, okay, so Eunice, you have the material sent to you by P&P, right?
Yes, yes. I
Yeah.
have opened it.
Okay, good. So how about let's get going with excuse me with self-introduction.
Hmm.
Okay?
Oh, so okay, okay.
Okay, so
5 minutes.
okay, sure. So we've got like six things that you can use for your introduction, and then afterwards, I will also introduce something about myself. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, okay. So I come first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, Hello, Angela. My
Mm-hmm.
name is Eunice, and my job is an accountant,
Mm.
and my hobby is to uh is browsing the web
Mm-hmm.
via my cell phone,
Mm-hmm.
and my life is just after working I take care of my two kids and help them uh take a shower.
Uh-huh.
Uh, After that, maybe I have a little free time. I can do some maybe read a no, I have no time read a book. just just browsing the web.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and have then have a sleep.
I love
Sleep
that
later.
part. Do you also
Yeah.
love that part of the day?
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
so
And
cool. Mm-hmm.
my spatial experience. I think it's maybe uh because because of my job I have some chances to work. Just have a business trip, yeah, to China many times. Yeah, I think it's maybe a kind of special experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my purpose of learning English is I think mainly because I have a lot of chance to talk with native speaker, just
Mm-hmm.
like my colleague, because uh, because I have a conference call almost every quarter and
Ooh,
need to discuss the quarterly closing materials like
I
this.
see. Got
Yeah, and also I still need to write English email almost every
you.
day, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I need to discuss or request or asking some question to my colleagues, maybe in America.
Oh, I see. Where is the office in America? Where,
Uh,
like, where are they stationed at?
oh, they are in New York.
Oh, I see.
New York,
Mm-hmm.
Newark.
Oh, Newark. Newark.
Yeah, Newark.
Yeah. So it's in New Jersey, right? Newark is in New Jersey. Am I right? Yeah, I'm actually not sure. Anyway, Eunice, I think you speak well. Yeah. I think the only thing is you need to have hello.
Hello. Uh,
Okay.
hello,
I
hello.
think I think we have a bad connection earlier. Yeah. Can you hear me?
A second, I cannot hear, but now I can hear you.
Yeah, I think it was a bad connection, bad internet connection. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so what I was saying earlier is that you speak well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I
Thank you.
think, yeah, no problem. And but I think you're just not too confident with how you speak. You know, because I
Yes.
could see that you are very careful when you speak. Because I have some students that, like they like, even though it's like they don't care how they sound when they're speaking, they just like to I don't know, like just continuously talk and talk, and then like
Oh.
I would correct them, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then like they would continue again. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but with you, you are very careful with how you speak. Yeah, you're very conscientious. Yeah, but well, that is also a good thing because that means you know what part of your sentences is lacking. And we just need, or you just need to practice more. So that is really good. So, yeah. So, by the way, you said that your special, one of your special hobby is reading books or novels
Mm,
when you have time.
maybe if I have time, I would like to read a book.
Oh, I
Yeah, but
see.
recently I don't have enough time
Oh, you've been too
to
busy
read
with
some books.
family and work. So, what kind of
Yeah.
books do you read if you have time or whenever you have time?
I think I read some novels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Are they like
novels and
romantic, funny, or like are they like inspirational novels? What kind of novels do you read?
romantic novel and
Uh-huh.
history novel.
Yeah, historical novel.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because like I think historical novels always have their touch of romantic. Uh, I don't know. They just have this touch of romance. Yeah, I also like. So, do you read in English or the
Read in
books?
English.
Yeah, so you read in English.
No, no, no. I read in Chinese.
Oh, I see. I was like, I think it would be a good practice though if you would start reading romantic novels in English. Yeah.
Oh, because English novel is too difficult for me to understand because you know the word is totally different between the our
Mm-hmm.
daily speaking is not totally different with the English
That
literature.
makes sense. That makes sense. But like especially when you practice English, it's not just always about conversation. Most of the
Yeah.
time it's about what I call this getting new vocabularies and expressions
Mm,
from reading. And so
yeah.
I think it would be really great if you would also start reading English novels. And when you're ready, I will give you some suggestions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
There are really great, actually, there are really great novels that I've read starting when I was young. And I think I'm grateful that my parents pushed me, pushed me to read those because at least right now I could use those vocabulary and expressions. Yeah.
very good.
Mm-hmm. Because you start reading from fairy tales to just romantic adult novels. Yeah. Anyway, also, you said that you're already married and have two kids. So,
Yeah.
are they boys and girls or mixed?
Uh, one boy, one girl.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, so who
Yeah.
is the oldest?
They currently
Mm-hmm.
they take out by my my dad-in-law. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because they are crying.
Oh, how old are they?
One is 2 years old and 3 months. 2 years and 3 months
Uh-huh.
ago,
Old,
and
3 months old.
the older is girls and the younger is boy, and who is 10 months ago.
10 months
Ten
old.
months, yeah,
Yeah.
10 months, 10 months. Oh,
There you go. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, that is really cute. So, what do you like to do together as a family?
yeah, I like to have I like to read a book for them and just play with them and teach them maybe with the video.
Mm-hmm.
I teach I also teach them English
That's
by
good.
via the video.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is really good. You know,
Yeah.
actually, with little kids, you can, I don't know. So there are parents here in the Philippines that they have kids because they want their kids to be really good in English. So they start teaching their kids at a young age with English. So they would sing alphabet songs, and they would speak in English inside the house, and they would also read books in English. But because I grew up in a household, I mean, like in a family where we
Mm-hmm.
speak English, Tagalog, I mean, like my native language and my parents' native language. So there's
Mm-hmm.
three languages that are being spoken here in my house, and so
Oh,
yeah,
good.
really good, right? And
Yeah,
so
I still cannot speak English to my kids.
Like I think even my parents, they were not, I think they were probably good, but they are not. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm better than my parents, but I could really say that in terms of English, I think I speak better than they do. But I think it is also because they started at a very young age. They started using simple sentences like I am
Yes,
happy, I
yes.
am hungry.
Ah, hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and so we start.
To teaching.
Yes, that's right. So kids could adapt and be able to speak even five
Mm-hmm.
languages inside the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
I only teach them the
The
alphabet.
alphabet. At least that's good.
And the color or the number, just
Yes.
like this.
At least they have a good start.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, also, in what city do you live in?
Live. You mean where I live?
Yes, where do you live? Do you live in Tainan or
Oh, I
Taipei?
live in
Oh,
Taipei. I live
Taipei.
in
I
Taipei.
see.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I just love hearing different cities from Taiwan because
Oh,
it makes me become more familiar with that country.
oh, so all your students come from Taiwan or other countries?
Actually, I had I had one student who's Taiwanese as well, but she was living. I think she is still living in America, and so
Oh, oh,
yeah.
okay.
So if, for example, we have a class at 9 o'clock, so she would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, different
Yeah.
time zone.
True. So she had to wake up around that time, and then I also had a student who's from Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so at least those are just my students who are living in different countries.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, right, right.
yep. So yeah, that is so cool though. So what else? Okay, so you said that one of your purpose in learning English is that you want to be able to converse well with your colleagues.
Yes,
I
yes.
see. That's a really good I think being able to converse well would also help you simplify and become more effective with how you report during your
Mm,
your conference calls. Yeah, that
yes.
is so cool also that you
Yeah.
are an accountant. You must be really good with math. Yeah, do a lot of people tell you about that?
About what? Tell me about what?
About being good in math? Like, do they always comment like, "Oh, Eunice, you are probably good in math." So do you hear it a lot?
Yeah, kindly, because I think as a accountant, we still need to good in mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True. I think so. Before I was working as a senior high school teacher, and also
Mm-hmm.
as a guidance counselor at a private school. So we organized a what do you call this? A career forum. Like it's like a career conference where we invited professionals and they would speak in front of the students. They would speak about their jobs, like, and one of
Oh,
those
okay.
that we invited is an accountant. And so she said that, you don't really have to be good in calculus or algebra, but you have to
Mm-hmm.
be good in English, in understanding English and the situation, and also be
Yeah,
good in the basic arithmetic. And I was like, oh,
yeah, I agree. Yeah, totally agree.
yeah. So I'm thinking, like, could I be an accountant? If that's
Yeah,
all you have to do, well, I don't know.
I think English is very important. It's
True.
correct.
That is so true. That's why, as they say, everyone should learn English because it opens opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Uh, open more opportunities. Maybe I can. Yeah, I think if I could better in English, maybe I have more opportunities in my jobs or other. Yeah, other maybe.
You
Yeah,
could.
maybe I can go to other countries and go to work
That is
abroad.
so true. And you have, I think there's a lot of companies, especially in abroad, that would take you because they have so much trust in Taiwanese or in Chinese in general, Chinese accountants.
Yes. Yeah, I think almost every. Yeah, it's because many of my colleagues they are Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in mainland China.
Yes. So, when because actually I lived in America for almost 2 years. So
Oh, 2 years.
yes.
Oh,
So when I was living there, I would always have the comments or like, like for example, I would solve something and they're like, "Oh, here's our smart Asian." And I think they just have this thought that people from Asia are smart.
uh-huh.
Especially
Oh,
Chinese. And I mean, like, because
yeah.
people in America, like, even though Taiwan is a different country already from China, they still think that, people from China, from Taiwan, and from Hong Kong are all the same, or just from one country.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So when they think like, oh, she is from that part of the world, they will think like, oh, she might be probably a good accountant.
Oh,
Yeah. So they
yeah.
trust Asian accountants, Asian engineers, especially Japanese engineers. Yeah. And they also trust I think that's it. And IT in the world of
Yeah.
computer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they trust.
Yeah. Well, he is strong and high.
Oh, he's tall.
Can protect us.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because when people think of police, probably they're scared. Some of your colleagues are scared of you because probably they're thinking like, "Oh, her husband is a police."
Oh.
They're probably scared to chase you off.
Oh, but if we don't, we don't commit the crime,
Uh-huh.
we don't need to scare
Be scared.
about
That's
the
right.
scare.
That
Yeah,
is right.
yeah.
Well, probably just some people are thinking like, "Oh, I'm just scared. I don't know why."
Oh, okay, okay. Maybe some people have some concept about the police
True. It's
policeman.
true.
Yeah,
There's just this concept.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Eunice, last question. Why did you choose Eunice as for your English name? Because I like
I
asking
think
that
it's
question.
because yeah, it's because come from the Bible. yeah, it's a Eunice is Timothy's
Oh
mother.
yeah.
Yeah, and also it's because Eunice pronunciation like similar to my
Oh,
Chinese
that's
name.
right.
Yeah,
Yun. That's right.
so I also choose it.
That's right. So
Yeah,
you're a Christian.
yeah, I'm a
That is so
Christian.
cool. Me too.
Oh,
Yeah. So you know,
nice to
that's
hear.
right. So in Taipei, do you see those boys with, like younger, most of them are like Americans and they ride their bikes
Uh-huh.
and they wear white shirt and they have this name tag that says their name and the name of the church. Do you see
Oh,
those?
so Angela is also the church name, right?
Well, it's just my name. But yeah, I was born a Christian. Yeah. So if you've also met these Mormons, yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I belong to that church. Yeah, which I
Oh,
think is fun. And I think you have fun too.
thank God.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks.
that is
Yeah.
so cool. I have not meet a lot of Christians from Taiwan. So I think it's good to
Oh,
to
yeah,
hear
yeah.
from someone. That is so cool. Anyway, okay, so thank you so much, Eunice. It's so very nice to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet
So
you.
as you can see in this material, here at PMP, what we do is that we go and check your grammar, like we write your grammars here, I mean
Mm-hmm.
things that we need to improve of, and then we also write down the things of how we can help you say your sentences better. Yeah.
Okay, so I have to see the page
Yeah, so
four,
not
right?
yet, not yet on page 4. Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
not
we
yet.
are still
Oh, okay.
on page
Okay,
1, right?
okay.
So actually, we don't really,
Oh, page one.
yes,
Okay.
we don't really have to finish this whole module. I just want to show you what kind of curriculum we have here at PNP. Yeah. So we also help out, or one of the major things that you have, or a person when they're learning English have to improve of is their understanding of articles. Like how do you understand an articles? Okay, and then we also help students to help pronounce better, and then we also see how well you understand by asking some questions, like for example in speaking Q&A. And then what else,
Uh-huh.
there's also the grammar test, help you how to say the sentences better, and then writing will also help out in writing. By
Mm-hmm.
the way, I forgot, may I just know how old are you? I just need this in this
Uh,
module. If it's okay for me to ask.
I'm I'm 33 years
Oh,
old.
you're
Yeah.
almost my sister's age. Yeah. Yeah, you're like my elder sister. That is so nice.
Oh,
Oh,
you are young. You are
yes.
young.
Yeah, apparently my sister still is not married, so yeah. Okay, so let's check your sentences here. Okay. So,
Okay.
from hearing from you earlier, I could not really find much to correct, though probably there are some, but I just put some here, okay? So, in your
Mm-hmm.
first sentence, you said, my hobby is browsing the web via my cell phone. So, even though the word via
Mm,
is, technically it's okay,
mm.
right? But there's also
Oh.
another way of how we can say this. My hobby,
Mm-hmm.
probably you can say, one of my hobbies is to
Mm-hmm.
browse the web through
Mm.
my cell phone.
Oh, through my
Yes,
cell
that's
phone.
right.
Through my
Mm-hmm.
cell phone.
Through. So meaning using another gadget. Okay? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
another is,
Through my
yes.
cell.
Okay, another is, after working, I take care of my two kids. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so it would be better if we say after working, I would
Mm-hmm.
I would take care.
Oh,
Yes.
I would take care
Mm.
of my two
Mm-hmm.
kids.
So the reason why we added this is because this is future perfect, meaning it's something that you do I mean like you're always doing it, and it's been, even though you're gonna do it in
Mm-hmm.
the future, you have perfected the
Mm-hmm.
action already. Okay? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Another thing, many, many. So we don't really say many, many. Like we don't really, like for example, we don't say major, major or much, much, right? So we say a
Mm-hmm.
lot of.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A lot,
Yes.
yeah, a lot of
Yes.
my
So it's a
colleagues.
lot
Yeah,
of my colleagues. Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
They come from mainland China.
yes.
Right.
Okay. So do you have any questions about the sentences?
Mm. Yeah, I don't have any
Okay,
question.
good. Okay, then Eunice, because it's already time and I don't want to keep you from seeing your children. So, yeah, so if you have, do you have any more questions about PNP or the class?
Uh, so I have a question. You talk about the just like the section 2, 3, 4, 5 is like the future demo, just like a demo class which we are showing in
Oh,
the
sorry
future,
again.
like
Sorry again.
this,
Can you say it again?
right? I mean in because in the page they also have 2 and 3 and just like the
Oh, this
part where
one,
you
like
have
this
to
speaking and
yeah
reading.
yeah. So we don't do
Ah,
the
yeah, we don't need
the
to.
section
Yeah,
where
I mean, like, if we have, we still probably have time.
oh
Yeah, so, yeah, actually, I'm sorry if we did not get through this. Yeah, because I really wanted to know more about you.
mhm.
Yeah, and I enjoyed so much.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
yeah, so this is yes. So this is
Thank you.
something that
Thanks
you
a
can
lot.
look forward to when you apply for classes here at PNP. So these are just some parts that you can see in the future materials that you'll be having. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So
I
yeah, so in the
understand.
future, if you're going to take PNP as for your English online class, you can have these parts of as for
Mm-hmm.
your module. So, mm-hmm. Yep. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
So if you also have any more questions about the service, yeah, please just ask the PNP about it. Okay, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if so, I would
Okay.
love to have you as one of my students because I'm pretty open now. Yeah. So well, Eunice, thank you so much. Yeah. Yes. So just hope you
Thank you.
have a good night's
Wow.
sleep, and yeah, hope to talk to you soon.
Have a good night.
Yes. Bye,
Yeah,
Eunice.
talk to you soon. Bye bye.